Nicki Minaj has been heavy in the news lately. Not only does the star remain super famous with 105 million followers on IG, she also released the track Hot Girl Summer with Megan Thee Stallion, is possibly beefing with Cardi again, and now fans think that she married her shady boyfriend, Kenneth Petty. Why is Kenneth shady? Well, TMZ reports that he's a registered sex offender who spent almost 4 years in prison for rape. Years later, he also went back to prison when he was convicted of first-degree manslaughter. Nicki has defended her man in terms of the rape, saying that he was in a relationship with the victim and they were only teens at the time. But who knows the deal? But does that mean a new husband for Nicki now? People are speculating they're married because on her podcast, Nicki said, "We filed for the marriage license and we still had to pick it up and I was traveling. By the time I came back, we had to renew it again. From that time, you have 90 days to get married. That was about a week ago, so now I have about 80 days. Interesting. Oh, and if that wasn't convincing enough, Nicki just changed her name on Twitter to Mrs. Petty. I wonder if they're gonna get a new place together or maybe they'll just stay at Nicki's current spot. Anyways, we aren't talking about her drama or her relationship right now, and instead we're gonna be looking at where Nicki calls home. If you know about Nicki's come up, then you know the girl never had it easy. She was never even close to rich and had plenty of personal issues in the past, including an abusive father who burned the family home down in '87. She also worked a ton of different minimum wage jobs before she made it big. Now at age 36, at the time of this video, money really is not an issue. Nicki was motivated and determined to be successful, and it's exactly what she did. Now, with all her fame and fortune, I know the star is living in nothing short of luxury. Hey guys, it's Kara, and we've been trying something a little different here on this channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at where Nicki lives and give the details on her house tour. Now, there isn't too much information on Nicki's house, and some fans argue that she spends more time in NYC than Beverly Hills, but we're going to look at what we do know. If you like this idea, I'll make more house tour vids. We also did one on Ariana Grande's homes and Jeffree Star's Barbie mansion, and we'll have links to those at the end of this video. I've also been reading all your comments, and I'm going to be responding to some at the end of this video. I need you to let me know who to do next in the comments down below, and whose home you'd like to see. So usually it's pretty easy to find exactly where a celebrity lives. It's either right there posted on the internet, or the person has done some sort of house tour or photo shoot. Nicki has been a little more private though. Like I said before, some fans argue that she lives in NYC, while majority say that she's in Beverly Hills, California, with the rest of the big shots. My thoughts? With Nicki's money, she probably has multiple spots, including in both of those cities. Nicki's house in the hills actually got broken into a few years back, so I assume this is why the star keeps her info on the DL these days. In February 2017, Nicki's house was robbed, and the intruders not only destroyed the inside of the home, but also jacked over $200,000 worth of her stuff, including a ton of jewelry and clothes. Many assumed that the robbery and attack on her home was personal. Since the damage was a lot of vandalism on specific items, it was a little weird, like destroyed picture frames and cut up clothing items. It was just weeks after Nicki and rapper/ex-boyfriend Meek Mill broke up, so obviously people wanted to put the blame on him. Regardless of what went down or who the robbers were, Nicki upped her security. She added a ton of security cameras and guards at her home to make sure she wouldn't be robbed again. But this was a couple of years ago, so I think wherever Nicki may be living at now, she likely has plenty of security. This Beverly Hills mansion was the house that we last know of Nicki living in, so it's the one we're gonna take a look at. Nicki was actually renting this mansion for $30K a month, and I heard it has a new celebrity tenant, but I'll tell you who that is later on. Located on 2600 Beaumont Drive in Beverly Hills, the inside of this house is almost 11,000 square feet. There are 8 beds and 4.5 baths. One of the bedrooms is actually a guest house with its own entry and terrace. This mansion is also located on the site of where Frank Sinatra used to live, so there's some history there too. I love the entryway in this home. The staircase looks huge and glamorous, like something from a movie. I could totally see this mansion fit for Nicki, and I'm sure while she lived there, it was probably decorated slightly more over the top than the listing photos. The views of this place are obviously gorgeous views of the Hollywood Hills, and you can see for miles. You don't even have to be on the terrace to get an epic view. Looking at photos, it seems you would get one just from sitting in the bathroom. All of the rooms in Nicki's mansion seem really spacious. I also noticed there's a bunch of fireplaces. Now, I really wish we knew what Nicki's master bedroom and closet looked like while she was living there, but unfortunately we don't, so that's a shame. But the master bed in this place apparently has its own private terrace and 2 full bathrooms. 2 bathrooms for 1 bedroom, I mean, is that even necessary? So outside the mansion, there's a gated driveway that leads up to the front where you'll find a 5-car garage and motor court. There's also a pool, obviously, and a spa with fountains, as well as a built-in barbecue. Perfect for hosting parties. The guest house is also right there, so that works well if you have some drunk friends over who don't want to go home. So like I mentioned earlier, Nicki reportedly doesn't live in this house anymore. The mansion has a new tenant, none other than Mariah Carey. Mariah is actually paying less per month according to the listing than Nicki did, but it's still $35K. Even though Mariah and Nicki feuded while they were on American Idol, I guess Mariah didn't care when choosing to live there. I guess in this case, we could also call this video the Nicki Minaj and Mariah Carey house tour because it clearly seems like a hot property to rent. Even though Nicki's exact address is currently unknown, I'm pretty sure she still lives in Beverly Hills because what star doesn't? Considering the amount of time Nicki spends traveling and touring, it seems she also spends a lot of time living in her private jet. I'm sure that the rapper has a few places she calls home and real estate in more than one place, considering that her net worth is around like 85 million as of this year. She just opts not to be so public with where she lives. I think that anywhere Nicki moves into is probably decorated in none other than her unique and expensive taste. Hopefully one day Nicki's current spot is revealed or she gives a home tour herself. And when that happens, we will definitely do an updated house tour video all about it. I think with all of Nicki's drama in the tabloids, we will be hearing a lot about her for the next while. I wonder what the deal is with her man Kenneth and if Nicki really is Mrs. Petty. Guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Okay guys, so I'm gonna be reading out a couple of your comments from past vids. This one was from our recent vid of Ariana Grande's house tour. Our boy Skittle Boys said, Skittle Boys in the comments, much love, good vibes only from Skittles Nation. Our #1 fan never disappoints. Good vibes are the best. From the same vid, Juan Warrior wrote, Yow, shout me out. Here's your shout out, Juan. I like the excitement, so keep up the comments and watching our vids. Alright guys, that's all I could find on Nicki's house, even though apparently Mariah is living there now. I look forward to reading what you guys think about this spot or if you have any info on Nicki's current place that I don't know about, because I'm really curious now. Leave some more comments so I can respond to you guys and let me know some other celebrity houses you'd like to see. I'll see you next week with some new videos. Bye!